I sent it to you for $13 million.
Atlantic City. Hello.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing amazing. Thank you. Just wanted to touch base with you and on a few different situations. One was, did you take a look at that shopping center in South Jersey that I sent over a little while ago? Because this seller is ready to do something ASAP.
Which one was this?
I sent it to you for $13 million.
Atlantic City.
And the owner, his family occupies another 8,000 square feet, which they've been paying zero rent, which is not reflected in that rent roll. But they just called me yesterday saying that they're willing to pay $25 a square foot gross for those spaces and sign longer term leases. Or not like, not 10-year, but, not a 6-month lease.
Which business are they?
One is like an attorney office, one is a medical office. I'm going to share with you right now the updated spreadsheet that I've created for it.
Yeah, send me updated numbers and I'll take another look at it.
Okay, because I think that it's actually pretty interesting right now because numbers are really penciling pretty well at 13. Maybe we can get it done at 12.5. Anyways, I'll throw it over to...
Is this like a seasonal area or is this like a year-round kind of...
Those areas have been built up pretty heavily. I actually have some friends from back in the day that live down there full year, like year-round. I think that it's like, they're definitely not like ghost towns like some people think. Just because I think in the higher end, like the super higher end areas like Belmar and, like Avon and stuff like that, or Spring Lake, they can afford to not be there half the year. You know what I mean? And in this area, no one's in that most people are not in that financial position.
I said it's right by Twisted Dune.
Exactly, yeah.
I haven't played there yet, but I want to.
I haven't played there yet either. I'll say this also, did you have a chance to review the letter of intent that I sent over to you?
8.5 all cash?
Well, I mean, they're going to get financing, but it won't be, truly contingent on that.
It won't be contingent on financing.
They're more than capable of obtaining financing.
And that's the same buyer.
Correct.
Okay. I don't really have a response for it. We're just going to sit on it for now, and but we are actually contract went out.
You said a contract went out for what?
A contract went out for the other offer we had.
Oh, okay, got it. Did you sign it? Did you already sign it?
Sign the contract? No, but it went out to their...
Do you want to just forward me the same thing, and if I can get my guy to pay the same or agree to the same terms, like we can move forward?
I mean, can they get to over $9 million?
Is that what you have? And not over $9 million cash?
Yes.
I can try to find out. Is it $9 million on the dot cash? And it's a fast closing and everything else?
Before we sent him the contract, we went through all of the issues and, problems with the building, CapEx. He came... What's that?
He came back with what?
He came with a $750,000 budget for CapEx, which I think is high and was still comfortable doing a contract at 9.25.
Got it. I will go back to my guy and see if I can get him to that range. I don't think so, but I can definitely follow up and see if that's a possibility.
Okay.
And then I'm sending you this deal right now so you can review it, this shopping center. All right, take a look. Let me know your thoughts.
Yes, we'll do. Anything with a grocery store in it?
One lead that I'm waiting to hear back on that has a grocery in it, but I don't know how long their lease is, which is what I'm trying to find out. All right, and then how much square feet he needed?
It's like a grocery store, like at least 20,000, I guess.
20,000 square feet.
Who's the grocer? The one you're talking about?
I have to double check, but it's like it's not a Whole Foods or anything like that. It's like some type of fresh market. It's not a fresh market either, but like a local-ish grocer.
How big is the center?
Like 70,000 feet.
Okay, it's a good size.
So I'll double check for you. Let me try to get some response on that. I don't want to bring it to you if they have like a 10-year lease on it. So anyways, I'll keep you posted on that as well. I just sent you the shopping center.
Why wouldn't we look at it with a 10-year lease?
Well, I'm saying you said that you wanted to you said you had a tenant that wants to go in it, right?
Oh, I mean, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be specific for one tenant.
Oh, I thought you said you had a guy who wanted the space. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I have a guy, we're working with a guy who's got, but I don't know where the location is of this, if it would be good for him, but there's plenty of grocers out there.
No, for sure. It just, the numbers weren't exactly spectacular anyways, so.
Yeah. I mean, look, it could be good, we'll definitely take a look at it, whatever it is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'll get back in touch with the seller and see what they want to do.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. Bye. It's a very overpriced center. It's a very overpriced center, but if he's got somebody who's got, wants to get into a grocer, there's only so many ways to do that.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, it's Henry. How you doing?
Hey, Henry. How are you?
Good, thanks. So I've been going back and forth with the team. Obviously, we're interested in the deal. The one concern, like we had talked about last week, was the environmental. Question for you, which we've done this in the past on some other shopping centers that have had cleaners in it.
Right.
Would you be open to fronting the cost of a phase 1 for a sale, and we would reimburse you if there was no issue?
I don't know. I'm here with Randy now. We're out. Actually, I'm on a boat.
Oh, nice. Where are you guys on it? What, in Florida?
Yeah, we're in Florida doing fishing.
Nice.
So I'm with him today. So I'll ask him.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, look,
See what he thinks.
I have a very cheap company that would do it. It's just I also don't want to spend, $2,000 or even $1,500, and then all of a sudden, there's an issue which maybe, because do you know if the cleaner does the cleaning on site or if they outsource that?
They did, but they don't now.
They did, but they don't now. Okay.
Yeah, but they did for 30 years. They don't for the last 3 years. I don't know what it would cost if we had to clean it or you had to clean it, and that's why we never sold it. I mean,
No.
it's just really, we would sell it, but I think that's the problem as it stands.
No, I agree with you. And look, like, even if there is an issue, I'm not opposed to, working together and trying to make it work. One of my partners is a very sophisticated individual when it comes to cleanups. Like, we can handle the job. It's more so of, I just want to get an understanding of, if there's need for a phase 2, all of a sudden we're going to be spending, 10, 20 plus thousand just to even get more of an intricate understanding of what's going on.
Well, what's a phase 1 cost? It's like $3,000 or something?
Yeah, a couple grand. Yeah, a couple grand. And honestly, I have a guy who's probably more affordable than that, which I'm just waiting to hear back on a quote. And then I have, I'll also get in touch with, so if you want to talk to Randy about that, go ahead. But I also will get in touch with my guy and see if there's any connections he has to maybe even just going straight to a phase 2 and just knowing what's wrong within short notice. So
I don't know. If they do a phase 2, they got to report. They got to report what they find.
No, I get it. I mean, like, look, I obviously don't want to put you in a weird position. That is not my intention.
Yeah.
My intention is to find a way to buy the building. The only problem is that it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, because we need to.
I mean, we sold the building to Tristan in Medford, and it had some environmental issues, and he, cleaned it up, and he knew that was part. But he bought it. He knew that was part of the deal.
For sure. And Tristan's a good guy. Me and him talk a lot.
But this deal is more difficult with the cleaners, as you know, because cleaners are hard.
Do you guys have any other properties besides this one?
No, we liquidate it. We're really doing the entertainment thing. I got the fun places. We're expanding those, and that's what we're doing.
Do you need? Where are you expanding? What locations?
Well, we were expanding in Mount Laurel.
Mount Laurel.
We're probably going to expand the water park there. That's the most profitable part of that business.
Got it. So, I mean, this is also why, is there a possibility maybe we just do better seller financing terms and we can just try to figure out a way to do the deal together where, you guys kind of bank the building for a little while? This way you don't have to worry about it and manage it and anything else?
What do you mean? Not actually buy it? Or
No. I'm just saying seller financing. That's all. I'm just saying, because obviously with a normal traditional loan, they're going to freak out if there's any other financial issues.
Oh, yeah. Seller financing. Could you put like a 50% down or not?
The only reason why I would be a little hesitant to the 50% down is because I want to also then spend $100,000 on cleaning up the plot, the center, right? So being 60% into this thing, within the first year is going to be a little bit hard to make decent returns. But I would say this: talk it over with Randy, figure out exactly how much down you would need to even feel comfortable. Typically we've done 20 to 30% very comfortably. Again, I plan on spending a lot of money in upgrading the facade, making it really pretty, and taking care of it. I want to invest money into the property so that we can increase the value of it. And then obviously I would be taking care of the environmental issue.
Okay. You know what? Randy just got off the phone. Henry?
I'm here. How you doing?
Yeah, so now you got Randy and I, and he makes the decisions. He's had the pleasure of owning it for 50 years. Henry said he wants to do, he's interested in it. I told him $600,000, but he wants to do phase 1, and he would like us to pay for that. I said no. He would, I don't know if I even want to sell it because it's environmental. That's why I have not sold it to this point. So,
I mean, you got cleaners in there. They used to have a cleaning. They used to have a plant there. And is it dirty? I'm sure it is. Is the cleaner ever going to move out?
He's been there 30 years.
And he doesn't clean. There's no more plant there. It's just a drugstore.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And a phase 1 will not give you an answer on any of the pollution.
I just want to know if, all of a sudden it's like a Superfund site, which then it would be a non-starter. If it's just some contamination, there's at least some type of.
Then they're required to report me.
Look, I've done these types of deals before, and I know it's a double-edged sword. If I want to buy the deal, then of course something has to be recognized by the by the state.
Why don't you send an environmental guy in, tell him not to do a report, and evaluate what's there?
I see this again as more of a double-edged sword as well, is because I will then be investing $5 or $10 grand into a phase 2 level inspection. I understand they won't report it. I get that. We've done that in the past. But again, I'm still spending, quite a lot of money on something that whether I don't know what is going to actually occur. Hence why it would be a lot easier if also you'd be open to doing some type of flexible, affordable seller financing as well.
No, I don't want to do seller financing.
I'm not saying forever. I'm not asking for forever. I'm saying like at least a few years to get the thing up and running and me to remediate the issue, right? I mean, like no bank's going to make that building bankable with like any decent level of contamination.
Right. I would consider it, but you got to give me some money, and we got to, I
For
don't
sure.
mind having a mortgage on the property. I really don't.
Yeah, and look,
you'd have to put substantial. You'd have to put.
I still owe $100,000.
And look, I want it to be a win-win for you, right? Like I'm not trying to stretch this out longer than it needs to be. I also, you and I both know that a bank's not going to lend on this unless there's some type of clear path to, remediation. So
That's why we never sold it. I mean,
no, I get it.
But I've gotten bank loans on it in the past with that knowledge. I just signed a paper saying, to the best of my knowledge, it's clean.
I understand. And look, my point is, if this is an actual contamination issue that could cost hundreds of thousands versus tens of thousands, all of a sudden, putting 40% down because a bank's only going to probably lend maybe $300,000 on this based on the income, right? Maybe $350,000. All of a sudden, I'm going to be 50 or 60% invested into a deal that all of a sudden could cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars more, and then I'm underwater and never made a dollar, right? So like I'm just trying to tread lightly as well.
My gut is we ought to just not, make a deal, and I'll just let it sit there for 10 more years.
Well, look, I mean, the thing is that you're just going to be in the same position in 10 years from today. What's the difference?
Well, it's fully rented, and it is what it is.
And I can always start to clean it on my own.
Which we were thinking about doing anyway.
Look, definitely an option. I'm just saying, like, look, if I was willing to pay the $600, there's not really much of an argument over the $600. It's more so of.
I realize that, but if we know that this is an outstanding problem.
No, for sure. Look, like my grandfather.
I'll be away until probably the end of April, beginning of May, and then I'll go in and I'll take a look at it and decide. I'll get an environmental guy and I'll go take a look, and we'll see what we need to do. And at that point, then I'll give you a call and we'll tell you where we're standing.
Okay.
Keep the advice on it.
Yeah, that's fine. And look, I also will make a phone call. I'll make a phone call to my guy who also might be able to help me out and help us out and try to get some type of clear idea without reporting anything and just try to see if there's any previous information that's out there. I think the neighboring property traded. So I want, obviously, the land is the same land. So they probably experienced some type of similar issue. I want to just see maybe that's all public information, right? And maybe we could just double check that and see what they came across. And
yeah, that might be interesting to know.
So anyways, I'll make a few phone calls as well. Look, guys, I'm not trying to put you in a weird position. I'm not trying to be unrealistic about expectations here. Or, I'm trying to find a win-win solution here. And if you want to wait a couple months, I'm okay with that as well. I'm in no rush to buy your price. I'm buying a lot of stuff anyways.
Going to buy between that and let us do a little research.
Sure.
I'll be back first. I'm coming back the end of March. Randy's back and forth all the time, and we'll keep you advised.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. And I'll keep you posted if I hear anything else in the meantime.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Bye.